TIFU sharing my sandwich with a stray dog and now I have a dog. A few days ago, it was early in the evening and I was sitting outside my tent when a dog came up to me. He stood in front of me while wagging his tail. I tried to see if someone was coming behind him, but he was alone. He looked a bit dirty and a little skinny, so it gave me the idea that he was a stray. I am always wary of stray animals, but he looked so sweet and friendly. I felt sad for him because I imagined that he probably lost his way home one day and had to fend for himself. I shared my sandwich and water with him. Afterwards, we awkwardly pretended to not be looking at each other for a while until he eventually sat down close to me. We sat in silence and I was secretly excited, but I didn't want to startle him. I have never had a dog before, so I didn't want to offend him or scare him off if he wasn't ready to leave yet. I had to admit that I was enjoying the company. I had to eventually drag myself inside the tent to get some sleep because I had work the following day. I felt bad leaving him because for the first time in a long time, I felt not so alone. Anyway, I figured that he would go on his way. In the morning, to my surprise, he was still there. I was more surprised by how happy I was to see him because I've always thought that I wasn't a dog person. Not because I don't like dogs, but because I had never really gotten to know one. After I cleaned up, we ate breakfast, then I packed everything into my backpack and made the walk to work. The dog followed me the whole way there. I was conflicted. I was hoping he didn't go on his way, but I had no idea what I was going to do with a dog that I had just met when I got to work. Luckily, my boss allowed me to leave him at the back with some water, only if he didn't incessantly bark. Fortunately, he behaved, and after work, we walked back home. He was so comfortable walking next to me, wagging his tail and running around me, like we had been friends for a while. It was a pretty good feeling. I got him a small bag of dog food and a leash, but I haven't used the leash on him yet. I don't want him to feel trapped because it hasn't been that long, although he lets me pet him and give him belly rubs. He has been with me since and he makes me happy, but I have this fear that someone will stop me one day and say, "Hey, that's my dog." Until then, he is my dog, hopefully forever. TLDR, shared my food with a stray dog and now I have a dog. WTF? How the heck does OP get away with not paying the doggy tax? Exclamation mark. We want photos, damn it. Congrats on your new pup. Wishing both of you many happy days ahead. Vets will usually check for a chip free if you ask. Only takes a few seconds. If you need advice or supplies, you can ask our dogs or similar subs for help. Think of all the amazing adventures that await you both. If you are homeless, you can possibly get dog food from the local food bank. They may be able to help you with vet care as well. That's a heartwarming story. It seems that the dog found a new human. You should bring him to the vet to check if he has a chip. And check how he is doing. Sounds less like a FU and more like a win to me. You won. You have a best friend now. 2 possibilities. You now have a new best friend. Or you save someone's best friend until they find each other again. And then you find a new dog for yourself. Neither one falls under TIFU if you ask me. P.S. Petco and other chain pet stores have vaccination clinics and other resources available if you can't afford pet care. There are a ton of treatable problems that can come from being a stray, even if it's for a short period of time. Damn, bro is living my dream. This is so wholesome, op. I do hope y'all stay together for a long time too. He found you. You're his human now. Tent? That's sweet. You should bring him to the vet ASAP if you want to keep him. If he doesn't have a chip, he will be officially yours. They won't allow any previous owner to get their dog back if it wasn't chipped, spayed, neutered, and taken well care of. At least not where I live. Tax bro. Pictures. This is a dog of destiny, bro. Everything fell into place to allow you to meet and keep this good boy. You were right where you needed to be at the right time. And so was the dog. 99% of the time a boss isn't going to allow someone to bring their dog to work. This dog is gonna save your life or something one day. They say you cannot pick the best pet, they choose you. This is such a heartwarming story. Definitely not a foo. I hope you have the best time with him. Have you picked a name? Excuse me, dog tax? Great story, I love this stuff, grin grin. This is a beautiful story, less of a TIFU and more of an wholesome. This is wholesome and heartwarming. Could you maybe take him to a shelter to see if they can scan for a microchip?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.